Deaf woman struggled to order coffee, until a single dad signed something that made her glow. The morning rush at Brew Haven was its usual blend of clattering cups, hurried footsteps, and the soft hum of indie music. People came and went with practiced ease, ordering lattes, americanos, and cold brews like the rhythm of a familiar song. But for Elara, stepping inside felt like entering a storm. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear, took a slow breath, and stepped forward. The barista was already scribbling on cups, glancing up only long enough to say, "Next." Elara swallowed. Ordering coffee shouldn't be hard. People did it every day. She did it every day, too, just with a little more effort. She raised her hand, trying to catch the barista's eye. She mouthed, pointing gently to the menu. The barista squinted. "Sorry, what was that?" Elara tapped her fingers on her throat, her universal gesture to explain she was deaf. The barista hesitated, her shoulders tightening. "Oh, okay, just, point, I guess." Heat rose to Elara's cheeks. She stepped closer, pointing at the caramel latte on the menu. The barista leaned forward, confused. "This one, you want this one?" Elara nodded. She tried to smile, but it wobbled. People around her shifted impatiently. Then a soft voice broke through the tension. "Hey, do you want help?" She turned. A tall man with warm hazel eyes and a little boy perched on his hip stood behind her. The boy had his arms wrapped around the man's neck, sleepy but curious. The man repeated, slower and clearer, "Do you want help?" Elara blinked, surprised. She gestured back, "I'm okay," signing hesitantly. Her signs were fluid but shy. Most days, no one in public understood her anyway. Except, his eyes widened in recognition. Then he did something she didn't expect. He signed back, "You want a caramel latte?" His hands moved gently, confidently, as if afraid to overwhelm her. Her breath caught. He knew sign language. She nodded eagerly. "Yes." The man smiled, the kind of smile that felt like a warm coat. He turned to the barista. "She'd like a caramel latte. Medium, hot." Oh, okay," the barista said, typing quickly. Elara exhaled, relief washing over her like sunlight breaking through cloud. When she reached for her wallet, the man shook his head. He signed, "I've got it. Don't worry." She blinked in surprise. No, you don't have to. I want to." He lifted his son's small hand. "We want to." The boy giggled and waved at her. Elara's heart lifted in her chest, warm and light. She mouthed a soft, "Thank you," then signed it, hands flowing with gratitude. "You're welcome." His signs were smooth, practiced. Not clumsy, not learned from a random video. He had experience. She tilted her head, a question in her eyes. He noticed. "Oh," he said aloud, then signed as he spoke, "My sister is deaf. Grew up signing. I teach him too." He nodded toward his son. The little boy beamed proudly and signed, "Hi." Elara laughed silently, shoulders relaxing for the first time that morning. Her glow was unmistakable. They stepped aside to wait for their drinks. She pulled out her phone and typed a quick message, turning the screen toward him. "Thank you. Most people get frustrated when they realize I can't hear." He read it, eyes softening. He signed, "That's their problem, not yours." She flushed, warmth blooming across her cheeks. His son tugged on his sleeve. "Dad," he whispered, "she's really nice." The man chuckled, ruffling the boy's hair. "Yes, she is." Elara covered her smile. The barista called out, "Caramel latte. Black coffee." The man grabbed both cups. He handed Elara hers, careful not to spill. She typed again, "Can I ask your name?" He grinned, signing smoothly, "I'm Adrian. And this little tornado is Caleb." Caleb signed again, "Hi Elara," though she hadn't told them her name yet. She lifted her brows. Adrian laughed, "He reads lips better than I do." She typed, "I'm Elara." Caleb repeated it perfectly in sign and sound. That glow in her chest spread wider. Adrian adjusted Caleb on his hip. "Do you come here often?" he asked. She shook her head, then signed, "First time. I was trying to be brave today." His expression gentled. "You did great, and I'm glad I was here." She stared at him, surprised by her own courage. Then typed, "Would you, maybe like to sit together? Only if you're not busy." Adrian didn't even hesitate. "We'd like that." They found a corner table near the window. Caleb immediately began showing her the signs he knew: cat, dog, cookie, car, dinosaur, and she played along, laughing silently, tapping the table when he got one right. Adrian watched them with a soft expression, sipping his coffee. After a few minutes, Adrian leaned in slightly. "If you don't mind me asking, was it a rough morning?" Elara hesitated, then nodded. She typed, "Some days feel harder, especially when people think I'm being difficult. I hate feeling like a burden." Adrian's jaw tightened, not in anger at her, but at the world. "You're not a burden," he signed firmly. "Anyone who makes you feel that way is wrong." Her eyes shimmered. She blinked it away quickly. Caleb reached across the table and gently patted her hand, the way children comfort without understanding the depth of what they're touching. She smiled at him. They drank their coffee, the conversation flowing in a mix of signs, soft-spoken words, and typed messages. It felt natural, easy, like a rhythm she'd been missing. When it was time for them to leave, Caleb hugged her small and quick, the kind only children dare initiate. She hugged him back, heart swelling. Adrian lingered a second longer. "I come here most mornings," he signed. "If you ever want company." Elara's glow returned, bright and soft. "I'd like that," she signed. He smiled, the kind that promised this wasn't the end of a brief encounter but the start of something gently unfolding. As they walked away, Caleb waved enthusiastically. Elara watched them leave, caramel latte warming her hands and a different kind of warmth blooming in her chest. What began as a struggle ended with a connection, unexpected, kind, and quietly beautiful. And for the first time in weeks, she didn't feel alone at all.